everyone. Welcome to my humble opinion for now, and it's gonna be huge about this one. It doesn't help. It's gonna be episode 5 of LHMusic's World Wednesdays. You know what I'm talking about. But anyways, I gotta get out of here about 5 minutes till 5 because I gotta catch the number 18 bus. So who knows who's was. Transfer into number 30 because I gotta get to resurrection for this one, for this music meeting and helping John, helping with the lower notes, singing a huge duet with John at resurrection. So thank you, Jeannie. And speaking of this one, resurrection, have you noticed this? That's right. 40 years. How many years? 40 years about, yeah, resurrection, all that stuff. So I'll explain that as well. And you guessed it. If you missed UFC I think it's 250, part of the celebration of, you guessed it, 250 years of America. And there's a lot of stuff going on, so who knows? But first, I gotta get inside. You know who? That's right. CNN. Ted Turner. Oh my God! And because the memorial became its monument, and then I'm gonna slam the door because I was slamming the door because here's your worst nightmare. Ted Turner. You know, TBS and CNN founder Ted Turner just died last month, and what it has been instead the propagandistic pep rally. Huh. That could be worse. So I'll explain that as well. Anyways, LH Music's World Wednesdays starts now. David Lowe kicked the theme music showing. Let's do it. Here we go. You gotta be kidding me. Anyways, you know what I'm saying. It's Alex Music's World Wednesdays. We have lots more stuff for the next 25 minutes or so. So let's get started. You know what I'm talking about. That I did post it on Blaze. No, not Blaze. Oh yes, LH Music's World Wednesday, World yesterday about CNN becoming its monumental mental own delusionals. Because let me start with this. How many times did you watch CNN? You know, the left wing idiots like Anderson Cooper, Wolf Blitzer, Christiana Lepore, so it's Don Lemonhead and Laura Coates, and you know the former president of CNN, Tom Johnson. I tell you one thing, he is a longtime aide to President Lyndon Johnson before he became a huge publisher inside the LA Times. And that's why he ran from back in the 90s all the way up to 200s. And the 90s inside the 2000s. And it gives us his remarks about last week's Ted Turner. Yeah, yeah, you know TBS and CNN founder Ted Turner, and so is Turner Movie Classics and Turner Classic Movies, whoever it is. And that is, you know what? He died at the age. He died on last month. That's why Warner Discovery just found out last week. Tried to be staging. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, a bit of vacation left wing. Oh God, because this is what happens a weekly veered into a anti-Trump sermon. So this is what here's my observation. Because John Johnson has to end this, according to CNN.com, with the declaration CNN will not bend and will not sway during this terrible, chaotic Trump era. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute, wait a minute. You might think it's so smart about the best honor and did not sway. Put this right for you. CNN is under everybody's watch. Well, guess what? Who's international news chief do you think you are? Eason Jordan tried to admit, according to the New York Times website, that the network withheld reporting that Saddam Hussein's abuses to keep open to this Baghdad bureau, and as far as we concerned. And you might think it's right, will not been well. You said the same thing that CNN, such as you guessed it, Jeff Mother Zucker. Oh yes, he's under everybody's successor, turned into a prime time into a psychodrama. And guess who's coming along? Yeah, Don Lemonhead. I wonder where the hell he is, because I can't stand Don Lemonhead's stupid comments. And I bet he. Okay, did you know? It makes me sick to my darn stomach. Just remember, Don Lemonhead was fired in the year 2023 after this long, controversial, and allegations misogynistic behavior. And that's why Zucker himself tried to push out of this sexual relationship with Allison Gullis, yes, CNN's chief market officer. That may be qualifying that is not getting bent at all. And you think it's so smart about the most outstanding news network of all? Yeah, whatever. Just remember, back in the 80s, CNN describes this. There was a time to help build this network. And back in the 90s, Johnson, yes, during his tenure, because he left in 2001. And that's why Ted Turner is losing control to Warner Brothers. Yes. And CNN has entered a quarter century of decay and decline. That means you, Tom Johnson, so-called CNN president, and you know it. And you actually do stupid things. And how else can you explain what a clown show everybody else is? Where's Chris Cuomo? Yeah, and his brother Andrew. Chris Cuomo he's inside News Nation. Uh-oh. What about Andrew? Yeah, he's the disgraced idiot in New York. Or what about Jeffrey Toobin, the CNN legal analyst who humiliating himself and tarnished masturbating a Zoom caller? Oh, really? In fact, Jeff Zucker, I hope he's listening, turns down the network upside down into a zenith, into a laughing stock of the news business. Oh, God. But several angles could be inside the memorial, such as the guess that Skydance and Paramount took over Warner Bros. Discovery. And Barry Weiss, yeah, you all remember Barry Weiss from the Free Press. Now he's the editor-in-chief at CBS News, The Liberal. And you might think it's so smart about giving the Scott Pelley treatment. Just remember this. CBS News just fired CBS blowhard Scott Pelley after he tried to dump on Barry's oh God, for murdering the show. How dumb. Now, Christiana Ford, I know. My dad watches it. Yeah, I'm a foreign company on PBS. And so is the Amakor, yeah, hour on CNN weekends. So this could be a phone in Beirut, and just like Mother Teresa, to be supported. It could be a syncopated style. And here's what happens. I'm completely and uttered inherent to fight about the editorial independence, to be able to pursue the independent. What independent news are you don't get? Christiane, am I right? Or you just wrong? You just made it up. And this one, the same thing as the anti-Trump Jeff Zucker has compared to this. Chris, Crystal Noch. Yeah. And that is not independent journalism. No. The journalism of independence of facts, independent of fairness, and the independent of good judgment. Well, face reality. Because CNN has no self-celebration and it wouldn't compete without, yeah, Wolf Blitzer, yeah, from the Situation Room, teaming up with Pam Brown. And Ted Turner, yes, could be the visionary of this company. Could be yeah, life challenging. Could be the great visionaries of all time. Speak for yourself, Blitzer. Yeah, but while everybody's discussing fairness and accuracy, everybody doesn't remember this. That CNN has previous work for Israel, American Israel Public Affairs Committee, and Jerusalem Post. When everybody's covering the Middle East and seems to be could be content. And what about finally Anderson Cooper? Yeah, you know Anderson Cooper 360, and it can't be civilized or whatever happens. Well, here's the thing. Anderson Cooper has turned to a blind eye to a complex man with with a passion and guts and daring to and driving this and saw the possible everybody didn't know about everything else. Too bad Cooper didn't bring the kind of precision of coverage. Just remember Hurricane Katrina, as far as we're concerned. Yes, Hurricane Katrina on the BP oil spill. And the strangest thing that Cooper told you, Johnson, that everybody knows to come back to sit down now. And you said, and that's what you just said. We just want everybody to say speak for yourself. And that's why Cooper is not going anywhere. Oh, really? I'll take Barry Weiss. Everybody takes Barry Weiss. And no points against this spread. And one last thing before I'm slamming the door in your face. Ted Turner was no saint. He was loud, brash, womanizing, hard drinking, chance taking, swashbuckling, creative, and wildly successful all American original. As you know, that all of the traits were making contemporary leftists and no kingsters and the Me Tooers gap covering their own darn eyes and pointing and screaming toxic masculinity. Maybe Kip Wilson says about his WWE days. But if you want to take the role model, and everybody admires that back in 1982, everybody does. And this is what happens to you if you want to work with Ted Turner. He died. You know what I'm talking about. And would it be first in line to join whatever who builds up next? Well, you don't want to know about this one. Because CNN, you're disgusting and you're just anti-Trump bias. That's what you are. Oh, God. They don't try to make me sick to my dark stomach. It really, really does. It's so stupid, I cannot believe it. All right, anyways. Next on the list of things, very quickly. So you might think it's so smart about freedom. Freedom to 250. Yes, America's 250. Because the UFC, you've seen this last Sunday night out inside the south lawn of the White House. And all the spectacular, all the fireworks and all that stuff could be life challenging. But this one, the FBI knows about this. That's been announced yesterday about this one, about the assassination plot of the UFC event. And this could be huge. And that's why 5 people are charged with assassinating highly valued targets, such as this UFC event. That Tyson C. Proper from Danville, Ohio, goes all the way up to, you guessed it, Abram Alvarez from my hometown, Omaha, Nebraska. I bet he's 31. But according to the Justice Department, all those suspects planning to these two parts could be explosive drones, and the second of all is snipers and all that. And has estimated 4,300 people are present to invite this inside this, and 85,000 additional people gather around for this back-to-back fights, and you ought to know by now. So you just have to trust me as far as we're concerned. But acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says this: the FBI could be law enforcement partners. Yes, partners, that is, for this U.S. attorney and what they did every single day to make America safe through quickly response and all that, and protecting the president. That's according to U.S. Secret Service own Sean Curran has a thought a way of saying these excellent things about, yeah, protecting the president of the United States. And this landscape has been changing it. And all the results has been a dramatic rise to these threats of our protectees. So I'll be posting this on my LHMusic's World website, and you're glad you did. So who knows? LHMusicsWorld.weebly.com was my Facebook page as well. So who knows? Get civilized. Okay. Anyways, let's see. Here's my observation for you. Did you know that how many years that everybody wants to go to Church of the Resurrection at 30th and Belvedere? Well, I want you to listen. I want you to, because I forgot my bookmark. So who knows? Give civilized. Yes, 40 years. Celebrating 40 years of Church of the Resurrection. Last Sunday, it was a blast. I cannot believe my eyes and ears, and I have no clue whatsoever. And that's why that means Reverend Tony, myself, Jeannie, and Nolan, and the gang are thrilled to do this last Sunday. And so is Bishop Barker, as far as we're concerned about this one. And I'll play a snippet if you already know about this one. So already know about this one. I'll just play about this one. No. Sermons. Sermons. This, Yes. And that, my friends, if you know resurrection over 40 years, couldn't have done this without all of you people out there. And it's going to be huge. Trust us. Anyways, we're, like I said, happy 40th anniversary. Resurrection. It's going to be huge. Happy anniversary to the resurrection that days ago, bitter in the law. And we appreciate all of you for doing this, no matter what. Well, that's it. We're almost out of time because we got to get out of here as well. Because I got to get the bus another 6 minutes or so. So who knows? Anyways, make sure you got a Facebook and follow LHMusic at facebook.com. Always parlor, you know my time. And don't forget what we learned for this week. I got a bookmark inside my code broadcast. I'm going to show this to you. You know what I'm talking about. Only on YouTube. It's going to be YouTube Studios. What do we learn for this week? That is tomorrow, and you can bet your life on it. So who knows? Anyways, check the website as well, lhmusicsworld.weebly.com, and so it's my Facebook page as well. And we're glad you did. And don't forget, next Wednesday could be a 1 hour show. Could be huge. 4:30 all the way up to 5:30. Makes sense? Hope you do. For LH Music's World Wednesdays. Only on YouTube. We're going to be at Deuce Space Podcast Studios at 72nd and Dodge Street. It's all good. No questions asked. Anyways, I got to get out of here because I don't want to miss the bus. Yeah, who knows? Whatever. I don't care. I don't know whatever it is. Anyways, I'll see you next Wednesday until we meet again. LH Music's about to sign up. Go God's blessings. We salute all of you, America, because you're inside my world. And it's LH Music's world. Bye-bye. See you.